forget all about technology. We say, look at the experience. So this is disposable cameras, tapes. For an automotive customer, we sent people out on road trips, and we actually captured what the experience was like, irregardless of the technology. And so, you know, as they went, we were able to discover all these breakpoints and these places where they had concerns, and there were no products to fit in those concerns. There were no places for them. I'll give you one example. This is a clip from one of the automotive experiences where we just videotaped people just using their cars on the weekend. So pay attention to this clip. I'll explain at the end.
Oh, Dark Ruler? Who's Dark Ruler? I don't know. Sweet, I'm talking to somebody. Out, like, a kid out there. Who are you? I'm trying to write who are you, but I can't. Who are you? Are you a cheerleader? Oh my god, yeah, he is here. I told you. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'll go check who it is. Here, no, wait. We'll get out and look around the place. I see him. He's right over there. See? Oh. Hi.
Did you find who Dark Ruler is?
Yeah, he's the kid in the car over there.
Safe chatting with strangers. Lovely.
So these kids, 6-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, have little Nintendo DSs. All your kids probably have these. They have built-in wireless networking, built-in mesh wireless networking. So when your kids are out there, this is at a cheerleading event, they're approached by strangers over the wireless, and they're talked to. So a 15-year-old boy in a totally different car was talking to these 6-year-olds. Hi, my name's Darth Vader. Okay, wake up. This is like crazy world, right? But the automotive companies, you know, are oblivious to this because they're sort of like, oh my gosh, more people are bringing consumer electronics into my car. What will we do? We'll come up with a better iPod adapter. But if you do this right, you can find new products. So in this case, the mother actually said later, gee, now I need a firewall for my car. I need a way to protect my kids when they're in my car. I want to know who's approaching my kids. There's a whole new product. So just by looking at how users work, you can discover things. So why is it so hard to use this technology and this other stuff? Here's a great example of how making things easy makes things harder. This is a little wizard to help you. It says, do you want to cancel this payment? Okay, or cancel. Sure. This is on the side of a building and in a taxi. It's actually the blue screen of death from Windows. On the side of a building. So this stuff is not made to last in an environment that lives. It's just unbelievable. And this is what the secret is. There's a trend that has happened in our world. The cost of power, the cost of complexity, being able to do powerful things, has dropped unbelievably in our lifetime. This is the first time in human history that power is effectively free. And I can bolster this. 100 years ago, if you look at on this graph, in 1900, the most powerful thing in a city might be a printing press. The most complex thing might be a telephone system. And you could have specialists that spent their whole lives learning how to use a telephone system or a printing press. So complexity was rare, power was rare. And because you could have specialists. And in fact, before the Industrial Revolution, it was even more expensive. But in the 70s, 80s, 90s, microchips came out. And you could buy a web server on a chip for about $3 now. It's going down to about $1 pretty soon. That will connect you to the other side of the planet. That will let you hide 50 menu items inside of any kind of a remote. This is why nobody could program their VCR in the 90s. Does anybody remember this? Nobody could set the 12. Concurrently, though, there's another thing that's happened. The internet came along, something developed by a group called ARPANET. It was the Defense Advanced Research Program at the military. It was called ARPANET in the 70s. It became the internet. And suddenly everyone started using it when the web was layered on top of it. And the amount of information started increasing over our lifetime. To this point, there is 66% more information in the world this year than last year. Think about that. More in the world. So humans, you know, need to deal with this. And you guys are forcing your humans, your exhibitors, to deal with this in all sorts of ways. So let's graph humans on this, just so you have a sense of how fast they're evolving. Here's human evolution. I'm being nice. I made it go up a little. Humans, it takes millions of years for me to evolve like an extra small hand to use a BlackBerry, or an extra pair of eyes in the back of my head, or a brain, extra brain, even one. Humans are not evolving, and if you follow that amount of information, it's a nonlinear curve. It's going to get steeper and steeper. And power is free. So how are you going to close that gap? User-centered design is the only way you're going to do it. Now we can deal with it. In 2006, humans can probably figure it out. But when that amount of information spikes, we are dead in the water. And if we don't start using the ways that humans think, instead of the ways computers think, we've evolved some wonderful ways of working. And if we could tame that complexity, we can take advantage of it. And I think that's why Apple, the iPod, Nintendo, the new Wii computer game that's being used by grandparents to play video games, that's why these are so popular, because they're actually focusing on users. And they're creating entirely new markets. So user-centered design plus these disruptive technologies equal new markets. And I think this is what the opportunity is for you.